Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we're going to do a couple things. Number one, I'm going to show you a couple jean jackets that I've stenciled on, and we're going to add one more embellishment to this one that I made yesterday during Christ and Crafting. This is the exclusive wildflower stencil that is part of the August 2023 Magnolia Design Company Craft Club project. If you want information on that, just let me know. But so we're going to finish that up. I'm going to show you this one too. And then I'm going to show you how to jazz up boring t-shirt sleeves. I went upstairs, grabbed a whole bunch of t-shirts out of my closet. I'm going to show you how you can stencil inside your t-shirt sleeve and outside. I'm going to show you some ideas for long sleeve t-shirts, and it's just going to be really fun. And I think that you're going to probably be on the hunt for a jean jacket if you don't already own one, or a jean button-down shirt. And you're going to probably be looking to do some t-shirt projects because these are super easy and really awesome, if you ask me. Anyways, as you are hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle all that normal jazz. Okay, so I just showed you this, which we're going to finish up. I'm going to talk to you about heat setting ink also, but this is the one that I made a few years ago, like maybe three and a half years ago. This is the Mandela lace stencil that you can get at magnoliadiy.com. And I used white magnolia ink. What do you think? Okay, and then I did a few other things to this jacket. A long time ago, I added a little t-shirt, a little stencil underneath the collar. So you can do that. And I put a little something, on the side. So this was just an Old Navy jean jacket. I love jean jackets because you can throw them on all year long with anything from a cute dress to a pair of shorts and like a top to something fancy, something casual. They're just really versatile and great to have. Anyways, okay, so that was that one. And let's hop right in, and then we'll do this t-shirt, and I'll show you the other t-shirts first. So stay with me, feel free to sprinkle, feel free to ask questions. All right, so yesterday during Christ and Crafting, this is a new jean jacket I just bought at Loft, and they had a great deal. I had some credits or something, or points, plus they had a sale, and I only paid $20 for it. I am a big bargain shopper. Anyway, so I did this stencil right here on the back using this stencil right here, which came in the Craft Club box for August. Paulette says she blinged her jean jacket out, and she's had so many compliments. I have not done that yet. I haven't been brave enough. Do you guys think I should get another jacket and do bling as a craft here? Tell me what you think, if I should, and I will. So I used this. This is only available by joining Craft Club or being part of Craft Club during the month of August 2023. And I wanted to just very quickly show you a couple other things that I made with that same stencil. Did that yesterday. And then look at this pillow wrap. I made this a few days ago. These are Dollar Tree flowers that I took apart, reassembled, added some vintage mother of pearl buttons, and this is a pillow wrap. So it's a great way to change your pillows in and out for the seasons. I made a bunch of other things too. I made 6 projects already with that stencil. But what we're going to do with this jean jacket is I decided that I want to put one more flower on my right hand front, so right here. And I'm just going to do the flower itself, not the what's going to be the best way to do this? Not the stem or leaves. I'm just going to have to kind of hold it. This denim fabric is thick enough that I don't have to worry about it going from one side through. But if I leave the cup here, it's going to have lumps and bumps and be hard to stencil. So I'm just going to try to spread it out the best I can. Just thinking, maybe if I turn this wrong side back now. Some places are easier to get to than others. I think this will still be fine. Let's see, which one of these flowers should we do? Do you guys have an opinion? I want it to be small. I think I'm going to do this little teeny one. And I may come back and add another one. Well, no, I think that's going to be too small. Sorry, I'm so indecisive. Let's do this one. Okay. So I've used the stencil 6 times. It still has some stick, not a ton, but and the front is starting to get just a little bit stained by the black ink I've been using. But the mesh is still nice and clear. These are reusable so many times, and they are so nice to work with. Seriously nice. Okay, let's scooch that down. It's going to take me a second to get this positioned where I want it. And probably you're thinking, oh my word, why are you being so rough with your stencil? I have been handling stencils for a very long time, and I have come to the realization that just like babies, they're not as fragile as you would think they might be, and that they won't break easily. They might get stuck front to back if they're brand new, but this one's been used a bit, so it's not going to have that happen. Okay, I think that's going to work just fine. And it's going to be hard for me to show you until it's finished what that's going to look like. So it's just kind of in here. I am going to take, this is a small cut apart squeegee. Looks like this, but I've cut it into a smaller piece. Just going to take some, this is ink, black ink from Magnolia. We'll talk about heat setting as soon as I'm finished. Okay? Put my glasses on and stick my head in here up close. When you say mini iron, oh, I have a mini ironing board. Why am I not thinking about that? It's right here. Well, it's kind of a mini ironing board. Let's see if this would make it any easier. Sorry, I just saw someone's comment and I'm like, wow, why did I not think about that? I don't know, mine might not be. Well, that's better. Yes, that is better. Do I have the right part of the sleeve? Want it to be on the front? Yes, I do. Brilliant, thank you. You could put a can inside your shirt too. Yeah, crafters have to be creative, don't you think? We have to come up with all kinds of ways to get things accomplished that are, you know, not the normal way. Oh, well, heck, I could do... Do I want to do more than one? I could do these two. And we'll see how that works out. And in that case, I am going to do this down. Okay, let's just do it. What the heck, right? Take my time and, oops, I've already got it on my finger. I am going to get my ink on, and then I'm going to stop and just remove the clumps. I'm not going to keep going over and over and over, because when you do that, you can push too much ink through the holes of your stencil, and it can look kind of messy and not crisp. It's the leaf, but I don't want to get the bud next to it. Okay. Put that on my finger? Yes, I did. All right, let's peek. Oh my gosh. You guys, seriously, this is the most beautiful stencil. It's the best one that we've ever had in Craft Club. Craft Club just keeps getting better all the time. Every month is better than the month before. And I'm not even kidding. I mean, I'm seriously not even kidding. So, if you haven't joined Craft Club yet, you should join. And if you're going to join, you should join this month so you can get that beautiful stencil. Okay, so here is my sleeve. Isn't that pretty? And I'm opting just to do one sleeve, but of course, you could do both. You could do a little spot right here. I did the back. Let me set this over here so I don't mess it up, which I'm known for doing that because I get too excited and then I can't wait. Let me see if I can enhance my... Okay, let's start again. Because I'm having one of those technology days, I apologize. Okay, so we're gonna do this t-shirt. And I'm gonna tell you about heat setting. Heat setting is what you need. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? I know my comments are a little bit delayed. Tell me yes, if you can. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Yes, okay. I'm so sorry. I'm a pretty decent crafter and a pretty decent teacher. I'm a terrible technology person. Okay, so let's talk about heat setting and ink. If you want to ever stencil a t-shirt, a tea towel, a tote bag, a jean jacket, a pillow, then you need to use ink because ink is the only thing that you can truly make permanent. And how you do that is you heat set it. So let me show you how you heat set. Pretend that I just made this t-shirt. I made this t-shirt months ago and I've got spots on it. I've worn this so much and every time I wear it, I get so many compliments. Okay, and this is parchment paper. So pretend I just made this and it's fully dry. I let it dry overnight or at least 3 or 4 hours until it's not sticky. It's fully dry. Then I'm going to lay a piece of parchment paper on top of it to protect my iron. And I'm going to set my iron on cotton, no steam. Now, let me give you one little caution. If you tried, for example, to stencil on polyester, it's not a good thing to stencil on, but don't set your iron on cotton and then put it on a piece of polyester because it's all going to shrivel up and melt. Most of the time, the things I stencil on are cotton or like cotton duck or a linen kind of thing. That works the best. But you're going to set your iron on cotton, no steam, and then you're just going to go over it for 3 or 4 minutes. Like this. Don't set your iron down and walk away. If you have a heat press, you can use that too. I don't have one. I just use an iron. And you don't have to have a heat press to do these kind of projects. You can use a regular iron. So I would do this for 3 or 4 minutes, making sure it's not getting too hot, and then turn the wrong side out and do the other side for a couple more minutes. That's it. Then it is heat set and permanent, and you can wash and wear it, and that ink is not coming off. There's nothing you can do to make chalk paste permanent. Nothing. And it might stay on one wash, but then the next wash, who knows? It might come off on everything else in the washing machine. Or if, say, you had something with chalk paste on the back of a t-shirt and you lean back against the couch and either you're sweaty or perspiring or your shirt's slightly damp or who knows what, you may have it all over the sofa. So just don't even try. That's my best advice. Also, paint. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to spend, I don't know what these are, $13, $13, $14 for a little pot of ink. So I'm going to try to use some acrylic paint. That's a bad idea for a couple reasons. Number one, acrylic paint or any kind of paint can ruin your stencils. It dries very fast and it clogs up all the little tiny holes in the mesh, which is what gives you the design, and then it doesn't come out. So that's number one reason not to use that. The other thing is it dries crunchy. It really does. So if you did a t-shirt, it's going to always remain kind of crunchy, and if you bend it, it almost breaks. The paint breaks. So I just use ink. This lasts forever. I mean, not forever, but a very long time. And that's what you want to do. Okay, so now let me show you some t-shirts. My favorite place. Yeah, okay, Helga just asked me an excellent question. On a garden flag, would I suggest using ink rather than chalk paste? Yes. Is it going to ever rain or be super humid where you live? If you use chalk paste, it'll be a runny mess. If you use ink and heat set it, it'll be permanent. At the end of the season, it might look a little cruddy, from just being out in the elements, but you need ink. That was a great question. Thank you, Helga. Okay, so I made this t-shirt a good while ago. Am I backwards? I don't know how to fix that. I'm so sorry. Let's see. I'm just gonna live with it. Okay, and this was cute, but check it out now. I like to roll my t-shirt sleeves up. Oh, and I was saying, I think the best t-shirts to get are these Comfort Colors from Hobby Lobby. They have a bunch of great colors. They wash up nice and soft. This is sort of a boxy t-shirt. It's not fitted. They're great. You can get t-shirts other places, but be careful that it's not too much polyester or synthetic, because that's not going to do well with, okay, so what the deal is with this one, I did not stencil the outside of the sleeve. I stenciled the inside, and we're going to do that in just a second. I'm going to show you how. So this looks so cute when you're wearing it and you roll a cuff, 2 little rolls, because you see the solid purple and then you see the stenciled cuff. And that's what we're going to be doing, this same stencil. This is called Filigree Leaf. I did this whole thing in white ink. Okay, let's look at another one. This also was a super adorable t-shirt that I made a while ago, and I've worn it a ton. It says, "Peace, Love, Jesus." And on this one, I used that filigree leaf all over pattern to do the front of the t-shirt sleeve. And let me show you what I do when I'm wearing this. I do the 2 little rolls, and this still covers up that bat wing flappy part of my arm. I do the 2 little rolls, and then look what I have. T-shirt, pattern, t-shirt. Super easy. I'm going to show you in just a second exactly how to do it. It's not hard. It just does take a little bit of time. And while we're here, let me point something out. Let's see, how am I going to get in there to show you? People always ask me, do you worry about exactly matching the pattern up from the front to the back? No, I do not. And you can see. And nobody would ever notice that when you have it on. So if you're worrying about that, you're just making it way too difficult on yourself. Here's another t-shirt that I made a while ago. This says, "And nothing's been ironed." I just hate ironing other than heat setting. So I usually don't. And with t-shirts, I just don't. This says, "She is strong." And then I used this cute pattern. And I apologize, I can't remember which one this came from. It was part of a 2-piece stencil set. It might have been the "Oh Howdy." I'll look when I'm finished and get that. And I used white ink. This is a fitted t-shirt. So I don't think with a fitted t-shirt that you could do the inside thing and roll it, because fitted t-shirts are pretty fitted even on the sleeves. Here's another fitted t-shirt. Also came from Hobby Lobby. And it says, "She is strong." And then to decorate the sleeves on this one, just right at the cap of the sleeve, this is blue ink. This says, "Walk by Faith," which I'm turned the wrong way. Let's see. Okay, maybe I'm back the right direction. Yes, I am. Walk by faith. She is strong. So you can do words on your sleeves as well. And here's one more. This is a wintry t-shirt, and it's really big. This is great for watching TV with pajama bottoms and a big bowl of popcorn. And it says, "All you need is love and a dog." Super cute stencil. And then I took the stencil from the from a different pack, and I did a little heart with dog paws right at the elbow on one side, and then right at the elbow on the other side, I did a big paw. These kind of little embellishments that you add to the sleeves of things just add a ton. So, what do you guys think? Susan says, "Heidi makes amazing crafts." You're so sweet. I always try to go one little step further in my projects, but I want to keep them super easy. So these are all easy. They just are a little time consuming. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a t-shirt that I made last week using the wildflower heart, the stencil, from the August 2023 Magnolia Craft Club box. This is exclusive. The only way you can get this stencil is by joining the club. And if you join anytime through August 31st, 2023, the first box you'll get is August, which will have this. So it's not too late to get it. And seriously, this is what's on my jean jacket. This is what is on my pillow wrap. It's an awesome stencil. I like things like that. Okay, so I did it on a yellow t-shirt, which is that same brand from Hobby Lobby. And we're gonna do the inside, so let me turn it wrong side out. I'm gonna show you the best, easiest way to do that. And I started on it. Okay, so t-shirt material, let me give you a little basics. T-shirt material is thin, generally, and you have to be careful that you don't stencil on one side and have it bleed through to the back. So if I stenciled here, I wouldn't want it to bleed through to the back of the sleeve. So I just put, this is just as easy as anything else, a couple pieces of paper towel in there. And then I put some masking tape on, which is hard to see, but I put it on there just because there's no need to do the whole inside of the sleeve. I only want the part that will show when I roll it. Let me show you, for example. So when I roll it the other way, it'll have the little cuff, just like this one. And I'm using the same stencil. This filigree leaf is awesome. So when I roll the cuff, it'll be yellow, and then we'll see the design in black and yellow, okay? So I taped off where the cuff is, and I taped off right here, and I stenciled one side, which it's dry. I did that because I wanted you to be able to see how you do the whole thing. So now we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna do the other side. And I am not gonna worry about this teeny little bit right here. Is this making sense? I hope it is. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper underneath just so I have less cleanup. Let's get the t-shirt out of the way. When this side is fully dry, both the front and the back, I will heat set it. You cannot do the front and the back at the same time, unfortunately. That just isn't going to work. Okay, and we're using ink again. Ink has a white cap. All right, this is the stencil I'm using. I have used it at least 10 times, at least. It has a few little spots where it's stained. It still has some stick. It's great. This is what that stencil looks like when it is brand new. It's a beautiful stencil. Super versatile. This is my second favorite stencil of every one from Magnolia. My first one is the Victorian pattern. Next up is filigree leaf. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to remove this from the backing sheet that says filigree, and because I've used it a few times, well, maybe 10 times, I'm not super worried about it folding over on itself, but if it's a newer stencil, you just have to be really careful that it not fold over on itself, because it can be hard to unstick the two sides and you can pull off some of the mesh, okay? So I'm just gonna lay it on here any old way. It is not going to match up with this seam at the very top. It just isn't. And that does not matter. Okay, and then I need to remember roughly, where is my tape? Okay, it's right there. My tape is right here. Okay, so I'm gonna use a good size squeegee and some ink. And I'm going to apply it, and then I'm going to stop. Just want to make sure I don't go outside of my tape. Go all the way up to the top of the sleeve. And please don't think that this is hard. It isn't. It's just my t-shirt's yellow, and that masking tape is kind of light yellow, and it's hard to see where it is. If I had blue painter's tape, I would not be looking up close or doing anything like that. You don't want to get it, well, I guess it really doesn't matter. It's the inside of the sleeve, but you don't want to get it above the tape if you're trying to have it be sort of neat. Let me peek and see. Okay, coming up to the edges is where I need to press firmly and pull it up. The excess. Yeah, I can do a little bit better here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. It's going to be super cute, almost no matter what I do. Let's look from the other side. It's great. Great, great. So I'm going to remove my stencil. And I'll show you in just a second how that's going to look. I'm going to throw this in my tub over here. And I'm really just pushing the part, let me come around, that has the design on it under the water. Here, let me get all this mess off of my hands. So there's the back, and here's the front. And I'm going to let that sit for at least 3 hours. Then I'll remove the tape and heat set it, and I'll wash my stencil out, and I'll do the other sleeve exactly the same. It's not paint. No, you don't want to use paint on stencils ever, 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 ever. And here's the issue, and I totally understand this. People have a tendency to think that chalk paste is the same thing as chalk paint because they both have chalk in them. But paste is like what your teacher used on the blackboard. It's not permanent. So chalk paste does not hurt stencils. Chalk paint does. So if you use chalk paint on a stencil, you might ruin your stencil, and then it's going to dry crunchy. This dries soft. This is Magnolia ink. It's called permanent ink. It's specifically designed for fabric, and it has a white cap. So chalk paste that I use on hard surfaces is not the same as ink. Ink is what you need for fabric. Thank you for asking that question, because that is like the #1 misconception that people have, and I had it too. It's confusing. So no paint, acrylic paint, chalk paint, craft paint, latex paint, milk paint. I know there's other kinds of paint, but no paint on your stencils. If you want to have them and use them 25, 30, 35, 40 times, no. If you're okay with using a $25 stencil one time, or maybe 2, then use all the paint you want, but it really does destroy. It just clogs up the mesh. This mesh right here is what I'm talking about. Let's look at this. The design is where there is no green mesh. And when you use paint on a stencil, it dries in there very quick, almost before you can get your stencil off of the project and into water to be washed, it dries. That's how it ruins them. So, can you hold it so you can screenshot it? Hold the t-shirt or hold the ink. This is what you want, Magnolia ink. And I'm gonna do a supply list so you don't have to hunt it down. Or just say supplies or recipe or something. I'll tell you where I got my jean jacket, where I got these t-shirts. I'll give you the links for the other stencils that I used and to the ink and everything that you would need. I can even include my little mini ironing board if you would like, because people always ask me, where did you get that little mini ironing board? It's great for a craft room. When you do wood, you use, no, Bernice, I don't use chalk paint. No paint. Never any paint. I use chalk paste on my stencils, but not chalk paint. You can use chalk paint to paint your surface. This is a little round cutting board. I painted it with paint, orange, before I stenciled it. That's perfectly fine. And then I used chalk paste. It has a black lid on the stencil to do the design. Yeah, Bernice, I know you probably did because I just explained it. But for the people who just hopped on in the middle, I wanted to make that clear. I hate it when somebody says, I use chalk paint and now I can't get it off of my stencil. I'm like, well, you can try soaking it, but if you soak it too long, then you lose most of your stick. And if you rub it too hard with the sponge, then it pulls off the design. So it's just, don't use this on a stencil. This on this is a complete no-no. Somebody just said I'm a good actor. Oh no, she said good instructor. I thought she said good actor. I'm like, huh? I'm not acting. I seriously mean all of this. If you use the ink in a canvas, can you seal it? Yes, you sure can. But it's better off on a canvas to heat set it with iron. Like if you're going to make an outside garden flag or a canvas or like a banner that's on cotton duck or something, it's better to use an iron to heat set it. Where did I get my silicone net? I can include that also in my supply list. This I got from Amazon. I bought it in this color and this one. They're big. What does it say these are? These are great because the paint washes right off. It doesn't say what the size is, but they're not expensive. So I can give you my Amazon link that goes direct to that. And I'll give you my direct link that goes to all the stencils that I talked about, goes to Craft Club. In case you haven't joined yet, why the heck not? I can even include in my list this parchment paper that I love so much from Dollar Tree. I use it when I'm heat setting with an iron. I sometimes craft on it. So I will just toss this when I'm done. It's $1.25 for 25 sheets. So let me know if you want my supply list, or I like to call it a recipe. Let me know if you have any questions. Do a this or a this. It's a heart. Sprinkle, sprinkle, all that good stuff. When this t-shirt is dry, I will get pictures. I may go back and see if I can dig out all these other pictures of t-shirts that I've made. If I can find them, I'll just put them on DiyDreaming. So you can be looking for that. I just think that if you're gonna make a t-shirt, then do something fun with the sleeves. You can do it on the outside or on the inside and then roll it up. You could do a word. If it's long sleeve, you can do something fun at the elbow. You can even do something fun at the cuff. And same thing goes with jean jackets. Do something cute on the back and then do something cute on the cuff. And it just adds a ton. Patricia, I'll get you the supply list. Judy, I'll get it for you too. I hope this was helpful and did not overwhelm you. It just takes a little practice. This is not hard, but here's the thing. Don't insist on perfection when you're doing your sleeves, because it's just, you're not going to get it. And your pattern absolutely doesn't have to match from the front to the back. And if you use something like this that really has no up or down, then that is very freeing. If you do a pattern like sunflowers or something, you know, a whole bunch of mini sunflowers, that would look wonky if on one side of the t-shirt they're going this way, and then the back they're going up, but upside down. So use a pattern that has no obvious direction, what is up or down or left or right. Okay, well, you guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Let me know if you have questions. Give me 10 minutes to get my whole list together. I'll include where everything came from. Like if it's the t-shirts that came from Hobby Lobby. Where did I get the parchment paper doll? I'll just include all of that for you. I'll include these silicone mats too. Very good. You guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day.